It seems like yesterday that I just finished recording the episode on the Prestige. Now I'm on a two-part episode for both the 96 and the 2012 Les Mis. Now this here is the 96 Les Mis, starring Liam Neeson, Jeffrey Rush, Uma Thurman, and Claire Danes. Claire Danes had just recently finished a Romeo and Juliet adaptation, and then Uma Thurman we don't know much about. Jeffrey Rush we don't know much about. Liam Neeson had just gotten off of Schindler's List, I believe. Yeah, he just got off of Schindler's List by this point. And then that's the cast of this version. This version is not a musical. This version is just a classic Hollywood drama film. It turns 30 next year. It came out in 1996, a year before Titanic. And then I'm gonna say who did the music. Basil Palladores did the music, which he had recently done Hunt for Red October back in the 80s. Good movie, but he did this movie in 96. And both movies are good. Liam Neeson is a great actor. He would eventually work on a Star Wars movie, a Batman movie, and then the Lego movie. He acts Valjean in this adaptation of Les Mis. Jeffrey Rush would later go on to star in Pirates of the Caribbean. And then Uma Thurman would later go on to star in a Batman movie as well. But Jeffrey Rush in this movie plays Javert, and then Uma Thurman, I think, plays Fontaine, and then Claire Danes plays Cosette. I don't know who plays Maurice. I was thinking about a different movie at that. Now, for the rating and the runtime, this film is rated PG-13 for violence and sexual content, and runs for 134 minutes. That's this version of the film. This version of the film basically ends with Javert committing suicide, which this version is more faithful to the Victor Hugo novel. Les Mis than the musical version, which came out in 2012. Anyways, that's Valjean, that's Javert, that's Fontaine, that's Maurice, and that is Cosette. See, Liam Neeson, Jeffrey Rush, Uma Thurman, Claire Danes, Hans Matheson, Peter Vaughn are all in this movie together. A much younger Liam Neeson. This version is no musical. This version is basically just a movie adaptation of the story and whatnot. It has elements like, yes, there's a court hearing in this film. There's also a scene with Valjean picking up a carriage. Like in the 2012 version, there's also... This is similar to the 2012 version in a lot of ways. But only it's not a lot of singing. It's more spoken word rather than singing. I think this film won an Oscar. I mean, Braveheart won an Oscar. And that one was a good movie. A year before this one went to the Oscars. Pretty sure. Or, yeah. As I mentioned, Basil Palladores did the music, and a phenomenal score throughout the film, but it's forgetful. But I'm gonna talk about this film's trailer. This film's trailer uses John Williams. Empire of the Sun. Cadillac in the Skies. Like, it uses that song, but it's Columbia Pictures. I mean, The Patriot is Columbia Pictures, so I mean, that's okay. But The Patriot came out 4 years later than this. In 2000, didn't have Liam Neeson. Jeffrey Rush's Javert is also really cool in lots of ways. And then, yes, this movie takes place during the French Revolution, so you will get to see some fighting. This movie is a faith quest movie too, because this guy discovers faith. Valjean discovers faith. Javert is the exact representation of a man of faith that ends up leaving this guy, Valjean, basically to faith. But, okay. Yeah, not much is known about Claire Danes or the other three supporting stars. Pirates of the Caribbean was pretty big. Jeffrey Rush was Captain Barbossa, with Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow and Orlando Bloom as Will Turner, and then Keira Knightley as the hot girl. And then Liam Neeson, alongside Ian McGregor, would star in Star Wars as Qui-Gon Jinn. He would star in The Phantom Menace. He was already known for Oscar Schindler by this point. He would also star as Rob Roy McGregor, which is another good movie, one that I don't have. He would also star as Good Cop, Bad Cop in the Lego Movie. And then, obviously, Ra's al Ghul in Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins. But, yes, Claire Danes starred alongside Leonardo DiCaprio in a Romeo and Juliet adaptation. Uma Thurman, I think, was Poison Ivy in a Batman movie or whatever. I don't know if she was Poison Ivy or Harley Quinn. Probably Poison Ivy. Yeah, this is a good movie if you get the chance to watch it. Rent it or buy it on a streaming service. Rent it or buy it on DVD. But no one buys DVDs anymore. again, I'm going to do the running joke of me being Unk, because that is basically what buying DVDs makes me. I'm Unk at age 19.